Guys, my name is Nate. Welcome to Motivation Me. What this is about is motivating each other to improve our lives. And this is the first YouTube video, and we're talking about a very important subject, and it's actually something I could have used the other night. And ironically, the same night I went to work during downtime, I'm reading a book called 7 Habits for Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. I'm giving credit where credit's due. Really good book. I'm only like 4% into it on my Amazon Kindle or whatever it's called, and I ran into this lesson on perception. And it talks about why we react the way we do in situations. Let me ask you a question. How many of you would avoid a huge argument over a small thing? I would. How many of you would react differently in a conversation, or how you reacted, be it physically storming out, just flying off the handle, if you really want to know where that person's coming from and what their intentions really are? If you really knew those things, you would have reacted completely different. Here's a better question. Why do we react the way we do? I can speak on my own self. Sometimes I don't react, I would say appropriately, but not the right way. Why? We're going to put this into a negative kind of premise of an argument, or you're getting yelled at, or something like that. And I react the way that I do because of past situations. Not trying to have a woe is me, but I have not had the easiest life. I have not had the best things happen to me. I've been treated completely horribly. I have a thing called complex PTSD that has been formed from my childhood at a very young age of 6 years old, into my adult years, in horrible relationships where I'm just treated completely cold. Was I the most perfect person? No. Am I still trying to improve on myself? Yes. I can choose to be an asshole, or I can choose to be a good person. The thing is when you try to be a good person, you try to be someone that helps and tries to add value to people, when they're not so nice one day and they seem like they're coming at you, all those past things are going to flare up because they have a similar look to them, and all of a sudden you're under attack and you don't think, but you just react. But if we would have had a better understanding of what that person's intentions were, why they're reacting the way they are to you, you probably would have more of a peaceful conversation. So, what I want to do is go through basically the little lesson in the book that I ran into last night. I'm going to show you an image here, and I want you to put in the comment what you first saw. You can agree it's a picture, hopefully. If not, you need to go see an eye doctor. You need to put your phone or close your laptop or something like that and get that taken care of. Please don't drive, though. Call a friend if you can see your phone. But agree, we can see a picture of something. What if I were to tell you it's actually one picture of two things? It depends on how you perceive it. So if you actually look closely, you'll see actually a young woman. If you saw the young woman first, good for you. Looking off to the left with her jawline, and she looks very proper, beautiful, elegant, and all this stuff. Or you may have saw the old woman with the big nose that's lonely, sad, and kind of ugly, not attractive like the young woman. I saw the young woman. I'm just pointing that out there. If you did too, good for you. We win points. I don't know where those points come from or what they do, but we win points anyways. So congratulations to you. Moving on. The point of this is there's two images in one. The test is not which one you saw. It is the illustration in the book that's given of where this came about. And actually in the book it's talking more about how we have to sometimes agree to disagree. But I wanted to take that a step further on how we react to situations because of our past, because of learned behaviors, what I call damaged language. Because if you've ever heard the saying, hurt people will hurt people, or hurt people will hurt people hurt people. That's the way it is. How many people, I don't know if I asked this yet or not, I've tried to do this video like 3 times and I'm tired, but how many people woke up an asshole today? You just woke up, yep, I'm an asshole today. How many woke up a bitch? I'm not going to censor this. I'm just going to ask you the question because some people take pride in this and that's not a good thing. That shows the situations that you've been through have affected you so much that's now your identity. If you take pride in that, I mean, that's a lesson, I guess, for another time, because it's a power of choice, and that's a video I'm going to do later on. But you didn't wake up bitter, unless you had a bad day yesterday and it's kind of just flooded in. You didn't wake up wanting to be cold to people. It's a learned behavior. How many people have ever heard someone say, I would never treat somebody else the way you treated me? How many would agree that somewhere down the line, most likely because it's happened to them again, or it's just that last straw, they end up becoming the same person or give the same behaviors, act the same way of how they were treated. And they treat others now the way they've been treated. It's called a damaged language. We learn it, and we then apply it, subconsciously or consciously. Can we change it? Yes. But here is the lesson. So with that image again, this is what was illustrated in the book. So the professor came out, had this huge picture of the image you just saw, but he divided the room in half. One half of the room, he wrote instructions saying, this is a picture of a young woman looking off to the left, gave all the big details. She's elegant, she's proper, she's beautiful, all these things. The other half of the room, they received instructions that this is an old woman with a big nose, she looks lonely, she's ugly, and all these things, unattractive, not like the young woman. So he did this, he let them learn what they're seeing, and then he asked one side of the room to describe to the other side of the room what the picture is. Imagine the chaos that ensued with inside that. Because you have one side of the room saying, oh yeah, it's a picture of a beautiful young lady, and she's proper and elegant. The other side of the room is being like, you're freaking crazy, man. This is an old woman with a huge nose. How is that beautiful? Oh, no, I would take her out on a date and, all these things. He's like, you want to take an old woman out on a date? I mean, there's my grandma. I mean, no, but that's basically what he built. Why? Because he taught them what that image was supposed to look like. We don't learn damaged language. It's not supposed to be like that. But nonetheless, it's what we learn and it's what we subconsciously know. This is the big picture. This is how we react sometimes. Because of the things in our past, we react to things in the now. It's something we can work on. So I'm going to give the example of what happened the same night I read this illustration. I'm not going to say names or characters or anything like that. It was over a cup. And the cup was not supposed to have milk in it. Okay? The cup was not supposed to have milk in it. But person here saw that there was milk in it. Freaked out. Now the cup is ruined. Why did you put milk in it? And I'm the one that put milk in it. I thought I was doing a good thing. I thought I was helping out. I thought I was going to be like, yep, I'm, doing a good thing. I'm, and putting milk in this cup because, it's a cup and I didn't know better. So while this person was directing what happened to me, they were also directing it to the person that knew better, knew that there was not supposed to be milk in the cup. How do you think I took that with a little bit of what I explained in my past? Do you think I saw equal, like the picture, there's two images? Or do you thought I saw it one-sided? Saw it one-sided. One, because the reality is sometimes that person does not treat me well. But the bigger thing is because of the damage in my past, how I reacted was this person is now attacking me. Thankfully, I've matured enough to where I didn't just fly out the freaking handle and be like, you're not going to yell at me. All I was trying to do is help and, do all this stuff and create a big scene right there. No, instead I retracted and retreated and thought about what I wanted to say and not say it and then approached it differently. But this shows me in this illustration, in this exact example, if I would have done something completely different in how I approached, there probably would have been a better outcome. I'm not saying there was a bad outcome, but it's the art of communication. So, story goes on. I leave, deal with my thoughts, instead of saying them out loud, flying off the handle like I have done in my past before. Not a perfect person. That's why self-development, helping people develop these skills is important. That's why I'm doing this video. That's why I'm choosing not to sleep right now, because it can help someone. I approach the person and I'm like, I'm really sorry about that cup. I really didn't know. Is the cup clean now? Is it washed? Does it need to play? All these things. And then I'm learning to stand up for myself the right way versus, again, the reaction of just blowing up because I feel like I'm attacked. I am that type of person. I don't like to fight, but you're damn sure I will if I have to. But I choose not to. Okay? How I approached it was, I'm sorry about the cup. And I said, I really didn't appreciate, and I don't think it was deserved to be attacked like that. And the person looked at me and says, I was yelling at you, but I was more yelling at the other person. My reaction, why I thought it was directed all at me, was because of things in my past. Not so much how that person has not treated me the best, but more so because of the buildup of things in my past. The better way of handling that would have been, I'm sorry about the cup. And before I say this, I don't know if it was necessarily all at me, but because of my past, I felt that way. And I'm sorry, but again, this is why I felt that way, and it's something I need to work on. Was your intentions to completely come at me with all that? Knowing that that the response was, it was more so at the other person, not just so much as you. And then what was said is, you take things too personally. Well, I take things too personally because I've been personally attacked. I've been personally beaten down and abused by people in my past. So that's my reaction, is automatically thinking this person is attacking me. My reaction to that is going, and again, I went calmly and being like, I felt attacked. Instead of asking them, what was your intentions on, what happened? Was it because I messed up and I need to, ask, a little bit more questions before I do something? Or, was it at both of us? That way it could be equal and I don't feel as bad, but I still feel bad. I hope that makes sense. But it's all about how we react to things. A better way of doing things is, if you're in an argument or something like that, ask them, you know what? I want to know why you disagree with me. And I want you to know why I disagree with you, and try to find that common. Instead of just reacting off the handle, oh, you never listen, and you're dumb, this is never going to work. Those are all bad reactions. Those are all reactions of damaged language. If you want resolve, if you actually want effectiveness, you want, gain, you want all these things, ask questions before you react, because your perception on how that person may come at you may not be intentionally to attack you, or just you, in my situation. But the other thing too is, they may not know how to communicate effectively just with you. I've another video for another time is, we love people at the level we know how to love people. We treat people at the level we know how to treat people. But here's the big picture. We also have the choice to learn how to love, treat, and respect people more. Especially individual people, because they receive and approach things differently. Again, it's all about perception. Instead of reaction, ask questions when it's the right time. Anyways, guys, I hope that was valuable to you. I hope that actually helped you. If it has, please share it with somebody. Motivation Me is not me. It's all of us. It's a community of people that want to improve their lives, improve their skills, and do something good in this world. Be a change in this world. That's what this is about. So if this added value to you, if you've learned something from this, please share it. Please share it. Go on Instagram, follow me on there, Facebook, whatever. I'm trying to build a community of people that actually want to make a difference in their own lives and make a difference in the world around them. All right, guys. God bless.